And Phone a Friend, the Torbay Community Service lighting up lives.
I never thought I'd need somebody to ring me and say, how are you coping? How are you? She makes all the difference because we just have a good laugh.
Now, in times of need, it usually helps to talk to somebody. I know I do, but recently that hasn't been so easy. Because of a rise in demand in people wanting help, advice and just someone to listen, a specialist service in Torbay is now appealing for people to help continue its work. Torbay Community Helpline was set up shortly before the first lockdown to help people seek practical help with errands. But over time, the service has evolved. Helen Harmon from Age UK Torbay helped set up the service. I asked her why she thought this local service was proving so popular.
I think it's mainly about that local aspect, that when you've got people who are wanting to, needing a befriender, that think you've got things in common. So very much around, the local area. You may have been to similar places. You might know what's going on in the local news, and find out a little bit about the outside local world. So I think that's an important bit to the befriending, is that you bring some of the outside world into people, particularly if they can't get out and about.
Yeah, it's so important, isn't it, to make that connection if you can talk about local things. And that certainly has worked in the case of Jackie Code from Paynton, who has been talking to her befriender, Tessa Cartwright. They've been chatting each week for 8 months, and this is what they think of the service.
I never thought a few years ago that I'd need somebody to ring me and say, how are you coping? How are you? Because I've always got people around me, but it's just somebody to unload.
My motivation is it's one way I can give back to the community, but be safe.
I'm quite lost. We're lost. My husband's got dementia and he finds it really hard.
I think you have to be a good listener. It's not about you, it's about the other person.
It's hard. It's hard some days. Very, very hard. And she makes all the difference because we just have a good laugh and she's on my wavelength. So it's really good. Really good. I appreciate it.
To actually sit and listen to somebody and truly listen is a gift.
The first couple of calls are a bit strange because you don't know the person. But now it's like she's my best friend. It's really lovely. She's really changed things for me.
Helen, you were nodding away throughout the whole of that conversation. I mean, Jackie and Teresa just really connecting there and really just have a good laugh as well, something we all need at the moment.
Absolutely. And I think they hit the nail on the head when they say it makes a difference and that they're now best friends. So that's the whole point, is that if people are feeling lonely, anxious, they might live with somebody else, but, for the most people, they're by themselves. So just to have that friendly conversation sort of once a week gives something people to look forward to.
You started off as an errand service helping local people, and it's really evolved and developed since then. What is it now that people need the most, do you think?
It's still a variety of different issues that people have and that they're coming forward with, but I suppose the biggest one is around people's mental well-being and their health, and people still need assistance with things like picking up prescriptions, shopping, emergency errands, but it's the helpline's moved on, and we've had over 600 people come through to us asking for some support with their well-being and with their mental health.
My goodness, you're so busy and you're getting busier, I understand. So you need more befrienders. If somebody's watching us this evening and thinks, well, I could maybe do that, what skills do you need and where can they come to help you?
So specifically, we're looking for befrienders that might be able to help with people who have more complex emotional well-being issues. So you need to be, more than anything, a great listener. You need to be empathetic. And also, develop that relationship as we've seen with the befriender and the befriendee that you've had on this evening, around, that relationship that builds up over a long time.
Well, there's nothing like a good chat, and people love to listen as well in these times. Helen Harmon, it's good to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.